So like I said, you fell victim. How they fell victim of? Because when they started breeding the pug, 1400s, because this is when France took over Italy. So 1400s, what's going on in Europe is that they're going to Asia and they're finding the monarchs of Asia had these little pug dogs, these lap dogs from millenniums since BC. And they imported those dogs over. Only the elite was allowed to have these dogs. So, just like with anything else, if somebody says that you can't have a thing, sometimes that makes you want the thing even worse or even more. So now when the pugs became popular of the aristocrats started breeding these type animals into hounds, the bulldogs, the spaniels, and typically they ruin them dogs, not knowing. So the bulldog changed. So once upon a time when the bulldog was a super athlete, he could endure heat. He was able to do his tasks properly, because you have certain narratives to say too, he was bred like that on purpose so he can catch the cow, so he can be able to breathe. That is a lie. That's a lie. In nature, wolves have scissor bites. There's no undershot wolf. And if dogs were, say humans was to die off, there's no human beings on the planet Earth no more, hypothetically speaking, right? And dogs was to roam free again. They would convert back to scissor bite animals, and animals that are suited for nature. Nature is the best dog breeder, because nature is going to call out indiscriminately. If a dog cannot catch his food, and if he can't fight off predators or dangers or fight the breed, it's a done deal. He's dead. And it's, like I said, with nature, it's never personal. The fittest will survive. So with that being said, the undershot, that is a mutation from man. And man basically crippled certain dog breeds, because certain dog breeds won't coexist by itself without the aid of men and women. These are wrong tactics to breed a dog, I feel. This is my personal opinion. And I don't care if the dog is small, like a Chihuahua size, because a Chihuahua could catch mice. But when we do the fullest extreme thing, where, say, like the French bulldog, the English bulldog, what it's doing? What it's going to catch to eat? Them traits will fade off. There will be considered as weak traits, and they'll die off. Now, I'm not telling you that don't go out there and get a pet. If you want a pet, well, get you a pet. It's nothing wrong, getting a dog for the aspect of pet reasons. But if you into getting to work and breed a dog, know what you're getting. Don't get it because it looks good. Get it because it's a good fit. Get the dog because it's a good fit. And don't try to force a fit. Because and a lot of times I know, you get the dog, again, for the wrong reasons. Your ego. You want to have a tough looking dog. You want to feel like you're tough. The dog kind of strokes your ego. It makes you look a certain type of way. But the reality of it is, that's fine and dandy to a certain extent, but another extent to it, you can get hurt. Now, the working dog is not a good fit. Let's go with any breeds of working dogs. I mean, working dogs, not the AKC version of it. I'm talking about working dogs. If it's not a good fit, the dog gets bored because he or she needs something to do. Because a lot of us aren't farmers. Just can't leave the dog out to fend for itself, like farmers did back when. So you get this dog, there's nothing to do. He starts wreaking havoc in your house. So now you're upset. You try to get a dog trainer. Many of dog trainers are frauds. Many of dog trainers are frauds. But how so? Many of dog trainers don't know dog breeds like that. So you have a particular dog breed this particular dog trainer is not familiar with, or he has improper information. So now he's trying to train your dog and don't know the mentality of your animal. That could be problematic. That could be problematic. Don't train your dog properly. You're discouraged. You're upset. You're mad. And with some of these dogs, especially traditional Corsos, in Italy, here in America, because it's an Italian breed, so there's no such animal as an American Corso. All Corsos are Italian dogs. All of them. They're Italian dogs. They're not, there's no American Corso. That's a false narrative. That is incorrect. That shouldn't be said. But nevertheless, there are all Corsos that are bred here in America. So with that being said, right, you get these dogs, and the dog, you're scared of the dog. The dog starts getting bigger, a little bit more aggressive. You're not checking it properly, and now you're afraid of your own animal. And your own animal loves you, but he doesn't have the respect. He or she doesn't have the respect for you and your family members. That could be problematic. So now when you try to implement discipline or certain other factors, because these are not lap dogs, you can't baby them like that, but you have to be balanced but firm. Many of you don't know how. So the dog runs all over you, and then there's traumatics that happens in behavior, because now he doesn't respect you. So now when you try to check him, or say a family member even raises his voice at the animal, he takes the not particularly you, but say the family member, he takes that as you're challenging me. I'm the boss. And just like in nature, he'll check. Because in nature, wolves check each other. The alpha male, the alpha female, they check their subordinates. There's a pecking order. And again, as you, the dog owner, you're supposed to be the alpha. Male or female, you're supposed to be the alpha. And if you're not doing that, your dog is going to walk all over you. He's going to take advantage. It's going to be like you playing chess. And he or she is going to do what they do. This is our actual fact. Genetics of the dog. If a standard, get off that topic with behavior, but with a standard. If a standard doesn't reflect the true history of the dog, learn the dogs. Learn the dog. I'm dead serious. Learn the dogs. Learn the traditional traits. If the standard is not coinciding with the traditional traits, don't abide by a standard. Hold on.